Hey Capricorn. Hey, welcome to your reading. All right, so I am getting an interesting image for you that we're going to dive right into here. That's going to set the theme for your reading. Just quickly before we do, you'll notice I have a different background right now. I'm in the process of moving and I didn't want you all to see all the boxes I have going on. So, so I'm in a little bit of a different setup, but yeah, all right, let's get into it. So it's interesting because there's a whole image here that Spirit is showing me. So when I first opened up the energy for you, Capricorn, what I saw was you seemingly in an office, okay? What looks like an office. And you're in this office, and as I'm coming into the scene with you, you're sitting at your desk, okay? Now you're sitting at the desk. It's kind of like, it's an interesting space. It's giving a bit of like, I don't know, there are desks all around. There are other, like, obviously people who are working there with you, but it's busy. Like you can hear people on the phones, other people at other desks on the phones. You can hear like other conversations being had. It just seems like it's like an office environment. Okay. So it's very much so that, but, what's interesting is as I'm kind of like coming into this energy with you, it's like all of a sudden, like you had been doing something. I see you looking down, looking at like some papers or something, almost seemingly like you were going to make a phone call. And then suddenly you just kind of like wake up. You just wake up. Now that's like almost like a spiritual awakening, but it's almost like a metaphor. Okay, it's like you wake up all of a sudden. What looked like this office scene, suddenly the desk you're at, which was, I think, something like, it was like a white desk or something that you're sitting at in this particular scene, or just a desk or a wooden desk. And then all of a sudden the desk, as you're kind of waking up, it turns to metal, and it almost looks a bit like the tables you'd see in like doctor's offices or hospitals. It turns into like this metal desk. Okay, it's like stainless steel. And you are like kind of just taken aback by this a little bit. There's a little bit of like shock, but there's kind of not at the same time. And you look up and you're looking around and you're like, this isn't what I thought it was. It was like suddenly what you thought you were seeing looks different. It's suddenly this like metal desk, metal table. And you're seeing, again, seemingly you're like, I don't know if it's colleagues or coworkers or friends or whoever it is around you in this like office space, okay? I see you get up out of your chair. So you're getting out of your chair and you're just, there's kind of this energy of like, what's happening? And this is just, there's a bit of like resolution to this energy. It's just kind of like, well, I'm not doing this and I'm not going to be here anymore, okay? It's kind of like that. It's like, it's kind of all those feelings at once, which is interesting. But I see you as you're getting up to like seemingly like walk out of this office, because it just seems like you're done. Now that the illusion has like broke somehow here. There was an illusion and suddenly it's broken. Okay, and you're like seeing things clearly. It's like very sobering. This is a very sober energy, okay, that you come into. It's like you wake up to it. Okay, and then I see you walking over to like one of your colleagues to your right, and at their desk, and they're sitting there, they're like on the phone with someone, and I see you like kind of bend over to look at them, and you're like waving your hand in front of them like, hey, but they don't see you, okay? And it's clear you're not like a ghost or anything. That's not what this is, but it's almost like they are still in the illusion, or there's just this like, they can't quite see you clearly, okay? They can't really see you. And so I feel like you just kind of like shrug, and you're just like, okay, and I see you walk out. Okay. So that's where the energy is right now. Now this is a metaphor. I don't know what it's for. This could be like kind of literal for someone if potentially you're like leaving a job or leaving a toxic workplace situation or something else. You want these two? Okay, Spirit gave me two. We're gonna build out this theme a little bit more. We have two cards. Yeah, we got Sage and we got the Moon. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so here's the Sage card. Yeah, it's almost like you come out of this trance. It's like the Sage kind of like clears the illusion. It says wisdom, purification, harmony. Yeah, your like inner wisdom comes online about what this really is. That's exactly it. It's like something comes out of this like subconscious space, the Moon energy. Okay, so here's the moon card. It says phases, cycles, intuition. Yeah, it's like your intuition comes online. It's like you kind of wake up out of the dark, and again, it's like a waking up. There's an awakening here, and that's why we got the moon, because it almost feels like it's like you were in some sort of like slumber, and suddenly you're awakened out of this with like the sage, which is cleansing, purifying. It kind of like breaks you out of this a little bit of seemingly of a trance. The moon energy is coming in with like a trance energy, and you just kind of like wake up. It's the moon upright as well as in reverse. Yeah, you just wake up. Yeah, and there's something about this butterfly. It's just coming in with this energy of like almost seemingly at night. I don't know why that's what Spirit's showing me, but it's, again, there's some sort of awakening that's happening here. And I feel like you're just like waking up to your own intuition about this situation. Again, this is a metaphor, so this could be about anything. It does not have to be about work. This is just a metaphor. For someone it is literal, but it just, yeah, that feels really, really strong here. It's like this sage was almost waved in front of you, or you waved it over your desk, and suddenly you could see it what it was. And it was like this, like almost like operating table, or again, there's something really clinical and rigid, and you were like, actually, this isn't what I thought it was at all. And you're just like, I'm just walking away from this. Yeah, so some sort of illusion is broken here. Some sort of like, there's like a trance here that's being broken. All right, so if you feel like that resonates with you, great, stick around. We're just gonna keep going deeper into this message here. If for any reason you feel like that doesn't resonate with you, like no worries at all. Feel free to check out one of the other videos I have up for you for one of your other signs, if that may be more emphasized right now. Okay. All right, but let's go ahead and get into this energy a little deeper here. This feels really loaded. I'm not gonna lie, Capricorn, it feels really loaded. All right, let's get in it. Spirit, what is going well for Capricorn? This one? Ah, yes, coming into alignment. I love it. I love it. It's like there's almost like an awakening even with this energy. You see how there's almost like this, it's like it's coming in as like a divine connection, like intuition, like a divine sort of like download or something, where you just kind of like wake up to this. That's exactly it. And you're like, again, I see you almost sitting here seemingly at this like table, or on this seat, and I'm seeing like the desk or the table being sat in front of you, and you're just like, and this is you, Capricorn, because this is Pentacles, so this is related into your energy. But it's almost like you just kind of, it's like this person's like waking up and looking around and just seeing what it is now. And I'm seeing like the buildings here. I don't know, again, Spirit's showing these to me as like office buildings with like the flag outside the building. And it's like you just wake up to your own sort of like power in a way. This is so interesting. I really like that. This one. King of Swords upright. King of Swords in reverse. Okay. Is that right? I really like this. Okay, so I usually read, I can sometimes read, many times, read the King of Swords in reverse as the representative of the systems of oppression and the patriarchy. Yeah, that's what this is coming through as. It's almost like you woke up to the illusion of it in some dimension of your life. Again, it doesn't have to be work, but for some of you, that's one of the examples coming through. Okay, but it's almost like you woke up to some sort of like something that wasn't serving you. It's like like I said, it's coming through as like a system of society. And that could be anything. This could be around like sexism. This could be around racism. This could be around just, again, in the workplace, and just the ways that kind of capitalism and consumerism works. I mean, it could be like any of those things, okay? But that's generally how I read this King of Swords in reverse, or at least that's specifically how it's coming through in this card, or in this reading. It's almost like in opposition to the moon. Okay, the King of Swords in reverse is in opposition to the moon. The moon speaks to intuition. It speaks to the body. It speaks to the natural flow. It speaks to spirituality. It speaks to a connection with your higher self. It speaks to like connection with a deeper understanding of life. The King of Swords is the card of the, in reverse, is the card of patriarchy, which is very like mind. It's very like left brain. It's very like rigid. It's structured. It's very like it's a distortion, right, of the divine masculine energy. Okay, so yeah, that's exactly what this is coming through as. It's so interesting. Okay, I feel like there's some sort of like illusion that's being broken here. And look, okay, check this out. We have two butterflies here. We see the butterfly here and the butterfly here. Yeah, there's something where you are transforming some sort of vision or view of what this thing is. And I'm really struck by here. I don't know why Spirit's showing this to me. Let me show this to you. There's a flag here on this building. There's also a flag here. Do you see that? Same thing. They're saying it's the flag of triumph. Is that right? It's the flag of triumph. It's almost like I'm seeing the sun, a little bit of the sun tarot card, as well as the Six of Wands. Yeah, I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. So there's something here that they're specifically saying triumph. Okay, they want to be very clear on triumph. It's almost like you have that flag and you're like waving it as you're walking out of this building, like I did it, like I'm somehow like liberated or free from this. And this feels kind of intense. This feels good. Okay, and this reading applies for the next 2 weeks from whenever you're finding it. The strength, yeah, okay, yeah, you had to overcome. I think for you to have been able to kind of like wake up from this, there is definitely some sort of buildup to this, okay? So the strength card, this card comes out when you've been through something really incredibly difficult. Now, it may have been, you may have been pushed into or pushed to sort of almost like an awakening point or a wake-up point within this situation you're in, this event you're dealing with, whatever it is. But there's a sense of you walking away. That feels really strong here. Like you walking away from it and just being like, I'm not going to continue into this loop, the cycles on the moon card. I'm not going to continue into this loop of something that doesn't serve me, because all it's doing is creating mental loops and we're not going anywhere with this energy. Yeah, that's exactly it. And this could have been like even looping communications. So maybe you had been going like back and forth with something, or with someone, an organization, or it's coming through as like looping communications of like trying to get to the heart of something, or trying to like resolve something, or just trying to get to something that actually mattered. The word that's coming through is mattered. And I just feel like it never got there. And I feel like you just kind of woke up. You're just like, I'm done with putting all this energy into this. I'm done with, you see this like person, another way this is coming through is like wrestling the lion. I'm done with having to like wrestle the lion of this, you know, if the lion's also coming through as a metaphor for the patriarchy, it's like I'm tired of having to wrestle this and trying to like make it work. Like I'm actually just going to take this like rainbow portal here and I'm just going to exit this situation. Okay. I mean, I like it. It feels really aligned. I mean, I really like that this came out as your first card for what's going well. I actually feel like whatever it is that you're walking away from here, it feels aligned with you. Now, I don't know if you had been considering it or contemplating it. If so, it feels like this is definitely confirmation. That feels like the right move for you. This card. Yeah. That's so funny. What did I talk about, this spiritual connection? Was I not just talking about that with that Four of Pentacles? Yeah, it says hearth. It says safety, comfort, spiritual connection. I feel like they're showing me the image of you just like walking out and going home. You're just like, I'm done. They're showing this as like your home space, and like you were just like, I'm gonna go home now. I'm done. Like, yeah, that's valid. I feel like, again, it's this feels kind of literal for someone. This also feels very, it is a metaphor, okay, of almost like within this scene, you just like walked out and you're like, I'm going home, I'm done. You know, I'm gonna go to the safety and comfort of my own home, and where I know I'm actually like, I'm hearing loved, okay, like wanted and loved, okay, so that feels strong here. Okay, the other way this is coming through is it's almost like you're coming home to yourself by walking away from this. It's almost like, again, that these two energies are coming in the same, these two cards. It's like almost like a coming home to yourself, of like realignment with self. I won't be surprised if we get the two of cups. I won't be surprised if we get that card, because it just feels like whatever this is that you're walking away from, it feels really aligned with you. Again, some sort of like illusion about this situation is broken. Can I ask, what's the illusion? Oh yeah, they really want to talk about that. Hold on. What's the illusion, Spirit? What's that about? Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. So part of the illusion is that this could ever give you what you needed. Spirit's saying, Spirit's showing this cup being totally empty and being dumped. In fact, dumped out. It's like this was not possible. Do you also see how this like little creature is wearing a suit here? Yeah, this fits right in with this metaphor. It's almost like this, again, we're going to use the metaphor here. This workplace was like, well, I can give you what you need. And ultimately, Spirit's like, no, I'm hearing a hard in reverse. Absolutely cannot give you what you need in terms of the safety, comfort, spiritual connection, emotional fulfillment, feeling happy, feeling like you belong, feeling like what you're doing actually makes a difference, feeling like it actually is. Again, for whatever reason, what's coming through really strongly in this reading with that moon card and the hearth card is like you craving some sort of spiritual connection in either your work or in the effort you're putting into this thing. Whatever it is, it could be literally anything, okay? But there's a wanting, there's a longing for something deeper, something that actually means something here. And this was not able to give it to you. It feels there's a very strong energy of lack here. I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles, yeah, in my mind's eye. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yep, that's right. Yeah, this was so not capable. Like Spirit is like really underlining the fact that not only was it not capable, it was so not capable of giving it to you. Whatever this is. Now, some of you may be coming into this 2 weeks already starting having transition into this energy. Maybe you had that kind of like aha revelation, waking up moment before watching this reading. So if so, this is definitely confirmation of your reading. And the fact that you walked away is the right step, is what I'm hearing, okay? Others of you are going to be having this moment over the next 2 weeks where you just like wake up to some element or dimension, a domain of your life that it just is not in alignment with you. Two of Cups in reverse. Again, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. I'm seeing the Two of Cups in my mind's eye in reverse. It's just like this was so incapable of giving you that like deeper, it's almost like drawing on your soul in the way it needs to, kind of like the way the moon pulls on the ocean, it creates the waves of the ocean, that magnetism. It wasn't capable of giving you that deeper draw, okay? And I feel like you desperately need this. I'm seeing on the Sage card this wisdom, and especially for you, Capricorn, you are a very like wise sign. You are very wise, in fact, okay? And it's interesting because a lot of these, especially with your Saturnian nature, a lot of these things like, I feel like it's easier for your archetype more than most to get kind of trapped in the cycle of this, okay? And that's because you are the sign of the divine masculine. And so there's just a distortion right now on this planet around that, that masculine energy. And so I feel like there's something here where you woke up to your true nature. That's what this feels like. And you were like, actually, this is not what I'm meant for. I can't even make this shit up. I can't even make this up. Yo, Five of Pentacles. Like, I can't even make this up, Capricorn. Bruh, it's so strong here. This is so clear. Like, I'm giving you hella kudos for this, and so is Spirit. There's a Three of Cups energy here, because this feels like it took, again, the Strength card only comes out when it got to like such a point, again, that again, we don't just change because we change because we're pressed and compressed so much, kind of like a diamond, right? We're like pressurized so much into that change, okay, or into whatever life transition is trying to find us. And I feel like that's exactly what happened. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Swords in reverse. Five of Swords. Is that it? Yeah, Death. Death tarot card. That's right. That's right. Yeah. This is something you're walking away from. Something you're letting go. Something you're leaving behind. Something. Yeah. That all aligns. And I feel like this energy is coming through as kind of like it's the build up to it. It's the build up to this moment where you just kind of wake up and you're just like, I'm done with this. I'm actually done with this. And the thing is, when Capricorn, when you set your mind to something, like, you go for it. So when you're like done, you're done. That I know about Capricorn. I have quite a few Capricorn placements myself, minor placements. I have like 4 of them. A lot of Capricorn actually. But I have a lot of Capricorns in my life. And so there's kind of a finality here. There's something really final about this energy, but this is coming through as like the build up to it, as well as the Five of Swords. It's like, the Knight of Pentacles is coming through as like a steady buildup of this pressure. The Knight of Swords in reverse is coming through as like the pressure. It's like almost like knives kind of building into this energy of just little at a time. And I feel like it kept building and building this pressure. And the Five of Swords is coming through. There's a bit of conflict here, but I actually feel like this is interesting. There's a couple things, but I feel like this pressure was built not just in your lifetime. Okay, so this may have been, whatever the situation is, this may have been a dynamic that has been repeating, like, for instance, within your family or within your ancestors. So it's kind of like a similar energy to, for instance, if you had seen like unhealthy relationships modeled by your parents or your caregivers, then, you know, you ended up one in yourself. And so it just feels like the pressure built to such a level, not only from your own experiences, but it feels like ones that you inherited. Because I read the Five of Swords as a card, specifically in this version of it, of this card, I read it as a card of ancestors. It's a card of ancestors and a card of lineage. Okay, that's how I read it, because typically you see like this is 2 birds here, but you'll see like 3 people, okay, 2 seemingly in the distance. And I read that as like times past, like ancestors past, okay? So that's definitely coming through, and especially because we're talking about like systems of oppression so much here, that this is definitely something that, I just feel like it's been building up from a long time. This Knight of Pentacles is coming through as like very long-winded. Very long-winded. This has just been building to a certain pressure point. And it's almost like with the Knight of Swords upright, it just kind of like breaks really fast. Almost like, you see how this bear is just suddenly like taking off? It just kind of breaks really fast. There's something about, because it's coming out both upright and reverse. But I just feel like there's such a buildup of this. This is coming through as like an incongruence, like a mental incongruence to like what you actually want and what matters to you, and what you're like kind of doing either on your day-to-day or within this situation or this dynamic or whatever this thing is that this reading represents for you, and that kind of like intro scene represents to you. Okay, it just feels like it kind of hits a point. And you know what? That's where we get the Death Tarot card, which makes a lot of sense. I link in, especially the butterflies, I definitely link into like a Scorpio Death Tarot card energy. And that's because it speaks of transformation. It speaks of change. It speaks of letting go. It speaks of metamorphosis. It speaks of exactly the things that you had to put in, the strength required in order for you to walk away from something that is difficult, the difficulty of walking away. Okay, let's not forget the Five of Pentacles came out here. The Five of Pentacles came out here. So this has been incredibly difficult and hard. And I feel like you had to like actually kind of separate yourself, or having to, over the next couple of weeks, separate yourself from some energy that is just is not serving you. If Spirit could blow up this card even bigger, they would. Okay, because this is so Page of Cups in reverse. It's not even funny. It's just like, I almost feel like there was this promise. There's like a promise here of like, oh yeah, I can do this. And you see this little like creature with their hand behind their back. It's almost like, yeah, here Capricorn, I'm going to give you the cup, while behind their back they have like this symbol. They're like, actually, psych, you know. And it's like, Now, this doesn't feel intentional at all. I'm not saying this is intentional. It's definitely not intentional. This feels like something that feels very, like I said, just part of the subtlety of what happens in the systems of oppression. Like there's a subtlety here, okay? It definitely doesn't feel fully intentional. It just feels like particularly if this is around specific people is what I mean, like specific people. It doesn't feel intentional on their end, okay? No one's doing this intentionally because they want to. Like people are good, okay? But it usually comes up because of things we've inherited. More often than not, it's things we've inherited and things that we have to work through, or things that happened to us in childhood. Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit here because I'm getting a sign to shift gears. Let's do that. Okay, anything else on this? Yeah, there's a little bit more. Hold on, there's a little bit more on this Death Tarot card. Do you want to expand on that? Okay, they want to expand on the Death Tarot card. Hold on. Can you expand on that? Because I sense the kind of walking away, letting go, a little bit of Six of Swords energy here. I mean, I'm sensing that. What is it about this death that feels really important? This King of Wands upright, King of Wands in reverse. Oh, this feels really important for you, Capricorn. There's an element here of like letting go of control. There's an energy here of like, there's a bit of a surrender here in a way of just like, again, it's almost like you get up out of the desk, or you just stand up out of your chair and you just kind of basically walk out. You're like, I don't even care if I have something else lined up. There's almost this like, I'm not doing this anymore, and it's just like, which this is coming in really good. This feels really good actually. Yeah, this feels really good. It's just kind of like letting go of control. Now, you may be kind of, is that right? Oh, hold on. Let me get another card. Hold on. This card. Three of Wands. Yeah, this is you like walking the walk. This is you like actually deciding on a new path. We got another butterfly. Do you see this? Do you see this? Holy moly. Capricorn, there's a lot of transformation here. This feels like a really big decision for you. Now, this could be something where maybe it's something small, okay? But for whatever reason, it feels very counter-current to, I don't know if it's sort of the ways you've seen yourself before, or the ways you have operated before, or the ways you've been told to be in this world. It feels, there's something very liberating here. It almost feels like there's a little bit of a rebel energy here, just being like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm done with the looping. I'm done with that cycle. I'm actually checking out of this one. There's a checkout that's happening. And you're just like, I don't even need to know or control what's next. I don't even need to know or control what's next. All I know is that this needs to end. That is perfect. That is actually exactly where Spirit wants you. And that's actually where Spirit can help you the most. Okay, and that's actually where your spirit works the most. And that's actually where you flourish the most. Four of Wands. Yep, exactly. Yep, that's exactly it. And it feels really counterintuitive. Five of Wands upright as well as in reverse, but it feels counterintuitive to the things you may have been told in the past, or you may have, again, this is coming in as almost like external influencing with the Five of Wands. it's like this may run countercurrent to, and my timer's going off right now, so that's it. Yeah, this feels like it's running countercurrent to everything that you've known. And again, this could be a small decision. This could be something where you're just like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm just not going to do this thing, whatever it is. I'm just not going to do it anymore. And it feels like this is just revolutionary for you. There's definitely like an Aquarius Uranus energy coming through. It feels revolutionary and a bit rebellious for you. And I think in the most beautiful way, because there's an energy here of like letting go of control in a way, how would you describe that? How would I describe that? It's like, yeah, it's almost like taking your hands off the wheel in a way and just being like, okay, well, I know I'm done with this. Spirit, drive it. And Spirit's like, we're going to take you to the finish line you actually want to get to. We're going to take you there, okay? But we actually, Spirit is saying they needed you to get into this energy of there's a bit of a surrender here. It's a little bit of like again, releasing control, letting go of control, and just saying like, okay, I'm ready to find my way home to myself. Totally. Okay, I freaking love this energy. Spirit is wanting to encourage you to continue in this energy, because this is actually where we're all meant to be in terms of our lives. Like, we're not supposed to have the plan, actually. That's actually not how it works. We're not supposed to have the plan. We are supposed to be present in the moment, allowing Spirit to work the way Spirit works, walking in faith. And again, it's walking in faith. It doesn't mean you always feel it, but you walk in faith, move forward in faith, knowing that that Spirit and the universe is going to catch you. And Spirit is saying with this Four of Wands, they are going to catch you. Okay, absolutely going to catch you. The Four of Wands is coming to the finish line. Okay, they're going to take you to where you need to go. That feels, there's a celebratory energy to the Four of Wands as well. That feels like home. That feels like home within yourself. That won't compromise your values or compromise parts of yourself. That will feel in alignment, in balance, in harmony. Yeah, because we had that on the Sage card, the harmony bit. That will feel aligned with you in the wisdom of your soul, okay? And will actually connect you in with something that matters to you, versus what I feel like has just been a cycle of kind of just things you haven't wanted. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm not doing extendeds for a couple of these readings this week because I'm in the process of moving. So I'm going to do a special reading for the subscribers on my channel. So I'll post that on the Patreon. I'll do that once I get moved and do a special reading. But I'm going to put that on my community tab. But anyway, yeah, I feel like we're going to close out here in a second. But I want to see if there's any last advice. Do you want this? There you go. I love this energy. Let's go. Okay, the Hermit, the Virgo energy. Again, another earth sign for you. This is absolutely great. And I love that this is the Major Arcana card. It's just like you're following the wisdom of your soul. Okay, this is what this card means. It is you following the wisdom of your soul. You see this Hermit's on a journey, okay? This is you on the path, and this is exactly the energy Spirit wants you in. It's just like you kind of waking up to different parts of yourself, introspecting, seeing that actually this isn't true to me. This isn't me at all, and not in fact what I want. Not at all, actually. And I feel like this is you walking away and walking with the wisdom of your soul, and it just feels really, really good. Look, here's the Six of Swords. Here's the Six of Swords. You're walking away from it. Yeah. This is exactly the energy that Spirit wants you in right now. This is it. You're on the right path, okay? So if you had been thinking that, or again, wanting confirmation, this is definitely confirmation you're on the right path. For those of you who are already started into this energy, for those of you who are going through this over the next couple of weeks, Spirit is saying, just keep going. Just keep going. Yeah, that's exactly it. All right, so I feel like we're at a good place. Anything else? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to be really content on the other side of this. You're going to be really content. This is you, Capricorn, in your highest element, because I read the Queens as the highest version of the court cards, and it's interesting because this is actually in a lot of ways in direct it's almost like you come back into your divine, like masculine Capricorn energy in a way, but it's with a matrifocal lens. It's like it's incorporating all of that energy. You see how it's almost in direct opposition, air to earth, like masculine to kind of this like queen, which has the feminine. It's almost like you come back into balance with yourself, which is an infusion of the Queen of Pentacles, that matrifocal lens, which brings you back into your divine masculine archetype. Okay, I'm here. Bruh, this is a great reading. I hope this is helpful for you because the energy feels nice. Like this feels nice, Capricorn. I really like this, and it's definitely this feels hard. Let's not like beat around the bush here. It feels hard. The Strength card came out because it's hard, but I just feel like there's something you just wake up to and you're like, I'm done. And Spirit's like, yeah, you're done. You're done with that cycle. You're done with it. Great job. All right, write this down. All right, so we're going to pull a final oracle card for you. I like to open and close my readings with an oracle card. I actually usually do this in the extended, but I'm going to pull an oracle card, and we're going to read from the guidebook. Do you want this one? This is it? Oh, this is so cool. I've never seen this card. Oh my gosh, I wonder what this says. This one? Oh, this is such a cool looking card. Look at this card. It says the Thorn. This is so Capricorn though. Like you're Saturn, right? Like it's like protection, boundaries, the divine masculine, clear communication. That's all of divine masculine energy right there. Oh man, I love it. I love it. All right, let's read this. Let's see what it say. I'm curious. Okay, I've never seen this card. The Thorn. It's on page 132. Definitely 5 is an angel number for you right now. 5 is definitely an angel number for you if you want to look that up. I don't know why that came through as 5, but that's what Spirit's saying. So I'm just saying it. All right, let's get to this. I just deliver these messages. I'm just like, okay, you want me to say that? All right, let's go. The rose is the queen of all flowers. Her soft and often fragrant bloom takes our breath away from near and far, a bridge between heaven and earth. She has the capacity to act as a portal to our true selves and call our soul more fully into our body. She leaves us in awe, allowing us to experience heaven on earth for a very precious moment. But the rose is not all gentle and soft. In fact, most roses are armored with spiky thorns and prickles of various shapes and sizes. These sharp protectors act like knights defending their queen, clearly setting the necessary boundary and conditions for her to do what she was born to do. We too are like the rose. So often, we don't get taught how important clear communication and loving boundaries are to our relationships. When we're not clear on our needs, we don't communicate them. When we don't take responsibility for them, this is an interesting sentence. Hold on, let me reread this. When we're not clear on our needs, which means when we don't communicate them, when we don't take responsibility for them, then it's impossible for others to give us what we need. This often results in a breakdown in the relationship. Communicating our needs and establishing our boundaries allows not just us to feel safe, but those we're in a relationship with to feel safe too. This card delivers the message of the importance of clear communication, boundaries, and taking responsibility for our needs. To be clear with others, we must first be clear with ourselves, and then communicate this to our loved ones and the world. And the soul inquiry is, what loving boundaries are you being called to establish? How are you being called to communicate clearly to those you're in a relationship with? Wow. Oh yeah, so for some of you, that's exactly it. It's just like that communication we were talking about with that King of Swords in reverse. The looping communications and stuff. It's like getting clear on that and the boundaries. I don't know if any of you have, should I say that? Yeah, if any of you have Pisces placements, you may want to go check out the Pisces reading that I just posted or will post soon here, okay? You may want to check that out because there's a link here with the boundaries bit, that feels really important within the Pisces reading, and the breakdown of communication. I actually, there's a theme, there's a similarity between these two readings this time around. So if you have any Pisces placements, you may want to check that out. That's also aligned with the Pisces new moon coming up. So there's, okay, so I got that. I really like this. It feels very aligned with this energy. And again, I'm just loving just how beautiful this card is. It's just so beautiful. But yeah, Capricorn, I hope this has been helpful for you. I feel like if you're looking for like first next steps, this is a good place to start. I feel like there's something here that feels like you're just kind of done with, and maybe it's then you getting very, very clear in this communication and just saying like, this is what my needs are, and if you can or can't meet them, again, the boundaries, right? And that's okay, but I have to, like, again, walk away and take my energy and you know, place my energy elsewhere. So I definitely feel like that's a really good recommendation here for a number of you. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, I hope this has been helpful. If you'd like to know anything else or book a personal reading with me, that information is in the description box below. I've just been so like grateful for all the support that has come through this channel. So grateful for that, especially as I've been working through the Los Angeles wildfires and the effect it's had on my home and my living situation and my dogs as well. So really grateful, and thank you all for that. I'll do another update on that soon. But yeah, I'm wishing you a lot of luck and love, Capricorn, into this next 2 weeks and what you're navigating through. And just know that Spirit's definitely cheering you on. It's like really holding you. There's a lot of holding coming through, but they're really holding you through this transition or shift or whatever it is that you're letting go of. It's a way of being or a way of communicating or a way of, or just whatever that it is that you're walking away from. It feels really, really good. So, all right, Capricorn. Well, I will see you on the other side of my upgrade here. I will see you in my new apartment. But like I said, wishing you a lot of love, a lot of good luck and good fortune as you make your way on this kind of like hermit journey that you're in. All right. Well, I'll see you at our next reading. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Bye for now.